was 12 years old, and I actually had, I had an essay that I had to write for class about what I want to be when I grow up, and my essay topic was that I was going to be a romance novelist. And so everything that I did between 12 years old and 2003 when I started writing my first book, I feel like it's like a detour that adds flavor to my books and makes my books more interesting. And I'm glad, that I had that time to try different things, because of course, writing novels really comes a lot from life experience and different things that you've witnessed and people that you've met. I loved my service in the military though. I actually, while I was serving, had intended to be in the military for at least 20 years. As it was, I was in there for just a few years, and that worked out well. I mean, everything happens for a reason, and for me, it was so that I could get to writing, which I did. I mean, right after I left the military, I'd say within about a year and a half, I was writing my first novel.
But you got to understand that I need a man who can tell.
I saw Gideon. He lives in New York. About 4 years ago, I was in New York on business, and I was walking from one appointment to another, and I was walking down the streets of Manhattan. This man walked out of an office building in front of me and stopped right in the middle of the street on the sidewalk. He was looking at his BlackBerry. I mean, he was just like, everything about him, his body, his face, everything was just absolutely stunning. I stopped. The women walking beside me stopped. The women on the other side of him stopped. We just stopped and stared at this guy. Got into a town car that was waiting on the sidewalk, and right at the sidewalk, and it drove off. And as it drove off, we're all sitting there going, wow. And I was like, where is he going? And who's the woman that's waiting for him at the other end? And for years, he's stuck in my head. I live in Manhattan. I look for him all the time. I'm about to get on television in New York and say, listen, if you meet this description, I want you to come talk to me so I can tell you that 12 million women around the world are madly in love with you. But that's where the actual physical description of Gideon came from. Who he is on the inside is completely himself. He's not like anybody else that I know.
É interessante como a Sylvia aborda dois personagens com temáticas traumáticas, tanto a Eva quanto o Gideon.
A Sylvia Day, apesar de ser um livro hot, que está todo mundo acostumado, com a El James, com milhares de livros, Bela André, foge um pouco do contexto habitual que nós estamos vendo. São, como a Larissa falou, são personagens fortes com traumas, mas que mesmo assim estão superando, que eles lutam, vão em busca. A Eva não é uma moça inocente, então sai do personagem, do estereótipo da menina virgem, inocente, frágil. Ela é forte, ela luta, mas ao mesmo tempo ela tem dores. E o Gideon é a mesma coisa, um cara que passou por um monte de traumas, que mesmo assim consegue construir um império, consegue ajudar pessoas. E é um casal que tenta seguir a vida deles. E é um livro muito fácil de ler, é um livro rápido, você não fica cansado, você não fica na expectativa. Acho que a única coisa é a demora das continuações, que a gente nunca sabe quando vai chegar.
O que eu mais gosto na autora Ana Sylvia Day é que ela cria personagens que têm personalidade, personagens que têm profissão, personagens que a gente consegue se identificar com os personagens dela. Ela cria um mundo bem gostoso de você ler, de você entrar na história dela. E ela é uma autora muito boa, tem mais de 40 livros lançados.
Os personagens da Sylvia, eles são independentes, principalmente financeiramente. Não tem aquele negócio da mocinha pobre que vai atrás do cara rico e tal.
This is for all my Brazilian fans. I am so excited to have been here for this last week. It has been an absolutely amazing trip. I am so excited to have met all of the readers that I have. I look forward to meeting the readers that I haven't met yet. And if for some reason you live someplace where I can't get to you, I do hope that you'll talk to me on Facebook and Twitter, because I'd love to tell you how much I love you and how much I've enjoyed the experience of sharing Gideon with you